I'm Rhett,
And I'm Brandon.
and we're the House Dads because we're dads who sell houses,
But we're also husbands, business owners, sports freaks, Christians.
friends, marketing nerds, TV show bingers, and so many more things.
Like so many of you, we're just trying to do it all, and we're trying to do it well.
And that's what we're here to talk about.
Welcome to episode 19 of House Dads. We're so glad that you're here. We got a good one for you today. A little bit lighthearted. Just wanted to kind of give you a break from the normal format. We're just gonna have some fun today. So if you got somebody out there that maybe just needs a pick me up, maybe has had a bad day, we want you to take this episode, share it with them if they need a good laugh.
Because they're going to laugh.
I think so.
Because we got, like he said, a good one. It's very lighthearted.
Yeah.
We're basically going to be doing Would You Rathers this entire episode. We've got some lighthearted ones. We've got some deep ones.
For sure. It'll make you think.
I think we'll probably debate some because we do kind of have, we came up with our own.
Right.
I say our own. We came up with a list about 4 or 5 each. Some of them, again, they're going to be kind of lighthearted, and you'd be like, "That's a layup." Some of them, you're gonna think about
For sure.
right?
And we know the ones that we came up with, but we don't really know where we stand on
Yeah,
them.
we don't. I
So-
don't know what his thoughts. He doesn't
Yeah.
know my thoughts.
Right.
So you're gonna hear him.
Yeah.
Live.
And so, we figured even though we came up with them, it would be fun to add a little extra dynamic in here today. So you've heard about the man behind the camera, the guy who puts all this together, but wanted to formally introduce to you House Little Daddy, my boy Camden. Yeah, I said it. My House Little Daddy, Camden, he's back there.
What's up? This is House Little Daddy.
Hey,
Thank you
man.
for that introduction.
Camden, why don't you go ahead and tell us, where are you from? How did you get to become? I'm just kidding. Don't do all that.
He's like, I'm ready, though. No, Camden does all our video stuff and audio and takes care of everything like that for us. But he's going to queue up the Would You Rathers. Maybe even get his take on a few things. He's younger, so maybe he's got a little different approach.
Yeah.
But he'd be like,
he's
okay,
got the
boomer.
master list.
Yeah.
So
All right, hit it off.
All right, so for our first one,
Okay.
would you rather be able to speak with animals or to speak every language?
You want to take this?
I'll take it because I feel like that's a little easier for me.
Really?
I would want to know. I have no desire to speak to animals.
Okay.
So I would know every language.
Okay. Well, it's funny. We were actually talking about this earlier. I hope I don't get canceled for this.
You will.
But I'm not a big animal guy.
Oh, he hates animals.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that I don't have any as pets. I would prefer not to have any as pets. I'm good with my children. That's enough responsibility for me. But I would actually rather talk to the animals because I feel like I don't think that it's possible for a human to acquire enough knowledge to know every language. But some people that know multiple languages,
Yeah.
and that's a pretty helpful deal.
Yeah.
But who do you know that can communicate with animals?
How far? What is it gonna? How's it gonna help
stuff,
society?
All kinds of stuff.
You have someone that comes up to you and says, "Hola, I need some help," and you don't know how to understand them. You can't help them.
Well, what I could do is find a Chihuahua who speaks Spanish.
Why's it got to be a Chihuahua?
The Taco
He's
Bell
thinking
dog.
Taco Bell.
So no, but I could communicate with the dog to communicate to the man. I don't even.
No,
I'm not
the
worried
dog
about
can't.
that.
The dog can't
You're right,
talk
that
to
is- I'm not worried about talking to. Never mind, that's terrible too. I would much rather speak to animals. Could you imagine showing up in my house? And
Can't.
you're not going to even. They're not going to even be in my house, but like in the backyard. And like I just got my boys. He's a panda, and I'm just.
He's a panda.
He's like he's doing tasks for
Okay.
me and
We're
stuff.
getting
I don't mean to
ridiculous
like
here.
just. It would be so cool to be able to communicate with animals, and like animals can sense all kind of stuff like weather. Man, I could be delivering packages with pigeons and just be like, "Hey, go bring this to Rhett."
I think the problem is I just have a really big heart to help people, and when people come to me and I can't understand what they're saying, I just feel a little limited. But I guess it's cool if I know how to talk to your panda.
I actually talked to this. Actually, I brought my dad to the doctor yesterday, and I asked him this question, and he's like, my heart is just to spread the gospel. And he's like, and I just, that wouldn't matter with animals, but I'm like, Dad, don't Jesus juke me right now. We're doing a would you rather, okay?
Yeah, but my panda.
But no, I think I really
I see the
think
appeal.
I would be the only guy who could do it. There's other people that can speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
I would be the only guy that could do this. And so that's
I hear you. I mean,
that's
if
a
you
pretty
watch
big deal.
Harry Potter, don't cancel me if you don't like Harry
Witchcraft.
Potter. He knows how to speak parcel tongue to snakes, and that gets him pretty far. So
true. That's a certain house trait or something.
yeah,
like
let
that.
us know in the comments or whatever.
Yeah, I'd like to hear.
What
But
you
I'm
think.
team animal
I'm
on
team,
this one.
Team language. I'm team people.
Cameron, can you start the timer too?
Yeah.
Because we might go long. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we need to know how long this could go. That was just the first one.
Yeah, but animal and you're humans.
Yep.
So, dude, could you imagine the real estate possibilities?
To speak to animals?
Yeah, like the branding that I would have, like pictures with just animals.
It's funny that you started this off saying you don't really like animals, and now you're like, I just have a heart for animals now.
No,
As long as I can understand.
Honestly, I just use it in my favor, so I feel kind of bad about that too. But I'm going team animals.
Okay,
I'm
team
thinking
people.
animals.
Team people.
Okay.
Hit us with the next one.
All right,
Oh,
good
long
bit of
enough.
division on that first one.
Yeah.
That was all right, so we're at 6 minutes. So
Okay,
that
thanks.
one's-
Okay.
Appreciate it.
We got a little bit of time on that.
golly. All right,
But
yeah, we
Just
just
the
roll.
first
I think we're around 6 minutes. or something like that. But for our second question, would you rather a guaranteed $1 million or a 50-50 chance at getting $100 million?
To me, this is a pretty simple answer. For me, I don't even have to think long about this, and it's only because of the season that I'm in my life. If it was maybe earlier in life or later in
Yeah,
life,
that
it
does
may
have a
change.
play. That
I
does.
think this one depends heavily on the season of life that you're in.
Yep.
But I would say with zero hesitation, if somebody really gave me this possibility, I would take the 50-50 shot at $100 million
Really?
all day long.
See, I would think very heavily. It does depend on your situation.
Right.
But man, I can do a lot with $1 million.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No
for
doubt.
good things.
Yes.
So I
Like a yacht.
nice modest yacht.
Yeah.
I'm a little risk adverse. I would probably
Gotcha.
take the $1 million,
Gotcha.
just because I feel like I would be so upset if I took the 50-50 shot and I didn't get anything.
I would be
I'd be like,
too.
I could have had $1 million. That's a lot of money.
No doubt.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of
if
money.
you're like $100,000 for sure,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
that's different.
Yeah,
But $1
it
million
doesn't
is a
work
lot.
with 100. It's got to be $1 million because $1 million does entice me to potentially take it. $1 million would change a lot about my
Yes.
life. I'm not trying to be too prideful for that, but $100 million is generational
Yeah,
changing,
that
and like
is-
the things
that's
that I
big.
could
That's a
do
lot of
for
money.
my parents, Courtney's parents, all that kind of deal would just be massive. And if I don't get it, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
But $1 million would be great too.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's not really about the money in life. you know,
Okay,
like-
here we go again. Just go to the next
kidding.
one. He's just going to.
I do
want to
input this.
please.
When me and you were talking about this question
Yeah.
the other day, Brandon,
Yeah.
and I looked this up, this statistic. I'm pulling Rhett's card, the
I love
statistic
it.
card.
You bringing the stats to the show.
Uh-oh. So the average person in America, average
Yes.
salary, right? It takes 25 years of being in the workforce, average, to make $1 million. 25 years at the average salary.
changes things. for you.
To-
It takes 25 years
To earn or to save
to
$1 million?
earn, no, to have made $1
To
million
earn it.
dollars.
To earn
It,
it.
it takes 25
I'm no
years.
math guy, but I don't know about that.
That is, I promise.
You got that
I'll
off
look
of
it up.
a
I'll
mail
show you
card.
the math.
Okay, I believe
we'll
you.
put the
And
resource
so,
where you
with
got
that
it from.
being
in the
said,
notes.
Sure.
what if we cut that in half? With that being said, what if it was 12 or 13 years, right?
Okay, sure.
Still with that same statistic, if you take that and do $100 million, instead of 25 years, that becomes 2,500 years of working.
That's a
The
lot of
average
work.
person would have to work for 20. That means when Jesus died on the cross, you had to start working
There
at
you go.
your, accountant job or whatever you're doing.
You worked with Jesus as a carpenter. Yeah.
So what's your
And-
answer?
So I would take the 100 million.
Yeah.
Because
You don't get you.
You don't
You
take
don't just
the
take
100.
it. You still
Okay,
gotta.
take the
I would-
shot.
You
I
gotta
would
roll the
take
dice on
shot
it.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
100
Me too.
million.
My
Okay.
boy.
All right.
That's
All
right.
right.
Whatever.
Rhett's wrong again.
I'll-
Next.
You can come on my yacht with me. I just get a bass boat. Rather than
All right, next question. Y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you rather figure out your significant other is your this?
I submitted this,
This
one.
one's pretty deep.
I submitted
one is
this.
gonna
Get
take some
ready.
time.
Would you rather figure out your significant other is your sibling, or would you rather find out that your children are not yours?
Say that again because some people are shook right now. Say that one more time.
Would you rather figure out your significant other is your sibling, or would you rather find out that your children are not yours?
We really hesitated to put this one on here.
Let me just say it how you're thinking right now. You're like, wait, do they mean yes? I figure out that my wife is my sister, or I figure out my children, they're not she cheated.
Yeah, and this doesn't really work for ladies because I feel like I don't know that you could not know that your kids are yours.
So maybe this is just for the men.
Hypothetically speaking, ladies, and more literally for you guys. And my simple answer to this one is, Courtney, how you doing, sister?
I have
That's probably wrong.
I have a really hard time answering this one. This is one of those that I'm probably not going to answer at all, but I'm happy to discuss.
You got to.
I think I lean on reputation, right? You're agreeing to stay married to your sister. That's what you're agreeing to. Versus, and people are gonna be like, "Holy smokes, he's married to his sister." I'm not gonna interact with that guy. Or, oh, his wife had an affair. I feel bad for them.
So why is it automatically assumed that everybody has to know about it? I don't have to tell everybody that Courtney's my sister.
I think people are going to find out.
Okay, people are going to find out. Well, anyway, so
assuming they do.
This is my thought process on it.
Please.
You're going to have some rifts in your relationship no matter what, right?
Yep.
But let's just say our parents, let's just say our parents, I don't know, after we were conceived, things just completely went separate ways and all this different stuff. And by chance, we end up meeting each other, falling in love like we did, deciding to spend the rest of our lives together. I just couldn't even imagine being with somebody else, loving somebody else, trying to be with somebody else. And so, like, would I be shook that she is my sister? Yes.
Hope so.
But we've got 2 perfectly healthy children. Am I probably stopping the gene pool at that point? Yes.
Hopefully your children are like normal. Like
I'm not taking chances on like some Hills Have Eyes stuff for number 3. But I'd stick it out, man, because I would much rather that than look at my boys and be like, wait, they're not biologically mine. Now, it wouldn't change my relationship with them. I was raised by a dad who's not my biological dad.
Right.
And so it wouldn't change that, but it would change a whole lot between me and Courtney if she cheated on me.
Yeah, this is just it's just one of those.
Darned if you do,
I don't want to. I don't want either of them. So
I'd love to hear some responses from other people on that because I just feel like we just really exposed. I just exposed.
No,
myself.
I mean it's you. You gave an answer. You're more courageous than I am. I'm not answering.
Plead the fifth. Okay.
Pleading the fifth.
Next.
All right.
Please let's move off that one quickly.
Let's get to another
Maybe I
lighthearted
shouldn't have
one.
put it on there.
No, it was great. I think that's going to lead to some great, healthy discussion and people asking their, probably going to go on Ancestry.com and do a little digging.
Could you imagine getting a 23andMe?
Holy
smokes. Was your parents? Oh, gosh. Okay, continue.
Okay, so on a little bit more of a lighthearted note.
Yeah, let's lighten this up a little bit.
Would you rather fight one adult-sized baby or 10 baby-sized adults?
I'm trying to picture these things.
Picturing a baby
that's an adult
fighting
size.
a baby.
A baby that's the size of an adult, or adults the size of babies.
Wait, no, that's not what you said, right? One adult-sized baby.
One adult-sized baby or 10 baby-sized adults.
Oh, okay. I would fight. I would choose to fight the adult-sized baby because I'm going to assume they're not exactly as coordinated as an adult.
Yeah.
So I can sneak some right hooks in there.
Yeah.
Will I feel bad punching a baby? You married your sister.
That's what I was going to throw at you because I'm not hitting a baby.
Okay.
But if 10 adults are coming after me, no matter how small they are, I will punt kick an adult across this room. And I actually like the fact because if it was 10 normal size humans, we used to throw down me and my boys back in the day, but I could never take one versus 10. But if it's these little guys, and they're adults.
There's 10 of them though. There's 10. That's
I know,
more
but
than
I want to take my chances to see how macho of a man I am against these 10 small. That doesn't make sense.
Either scenario is pretty.
I feel better kicking them, hitting them than the baby. I think my odds would probably be better with the baby?
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm going with. I'm trying to get out without a scratch.
Okay, well, I just want to put it to the test. And I want to fight the adults that are baby size.
Yeah.
Because, dude, that's small. Could you imagine, if you were that small?
Yeah, it is kind of relative, too, because there's some big babies out there. But there's also some small adults or big adults,
Yeah.
I don't think we've agreed on
Not
one.
trying to get into judging and shaming people with their sizes. No, but
No, not at all.
I'll punt an adult. We'll leave it on that.
Baby
Next.
size.
All right.
I'm just the mental image.
I hear you.
Boop.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
All right. Next one. Would you rather be able to travel back in time or travel to the future?
Do you have a direct answer?
I think so. Back in time.
Back in time is what I would say too.
Back in time. It scares me to go into the future.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about the future.
I think I'd almost rather not.
Yeah, there's
Like,
things.
even if it was presented to me, I think I'd probably say no.
Yeah, yeah. I think back in time, it's like, hey, it's back there. There's some moments in time you're like, man, that was a good time.
Yeah,
Like,
just
I'd
gotta
like to-
reminisce.
Yeah, I like to do
Yeah.
that. Nostalgia.
Reminisce, things like that. It's almost that you wonder, like, do you change anything? It's like that ripple effect,
Yeah.
the butterfly effect.
I'm about to say, as long as nothing gets affected by it,
yeah,
I don't
back
want
in
to.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, back in time. That's a pretty simple one for us. I
for me.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, if it were the 1990s, right, and you guys were your age in the 90s. and-
Our age in the 90s.
Right,
What do
just
you mean?
let's say you went
This
back in time, or let's say for somebody in the 90s, if they would have known, like, the stock of Amazon or Apple, something like that.
Oh, for sure.
So going into the future, just to see and
Yeah.
come back. If you go back in time,
okay.
you can't
Oh
really
yeah,
affect
no,
your life
you're
now.
you're 100% right. You talk about the financial ramifications of going in the future, and just like, okay, that product was not there then, and you come up with that product before somebody else, and it takes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also, I don't know, I'm scared. See what else.
I
is
would.
out
Yeah, I
there,
almost
too.
would not want to do any, but if I had to pick, it'd be the back in time.
Going back. I think so. I think I go back.
All right, next question. So, would you rather never have to do laundry again or never have to do the dishes again?
This is pretty simple because I don't do one of them already.
So the premise of this too, this does not mean, hey, your significant other just does them all.
Oh, okay.
I think this is like they just don't they don't
You know how to-
exist. You're not adding to the plate of your
Ah.
significant other,
Okay.
right?
I like that. Well, then still 100% laundry. I don't mind doing the dishes.
I hate doing dishes.
Really?
Because I sometimes don't want to cook because I'm like, I don't want to have to clean up.
Oh, I get that.
So I feel like I would cook more. So I would not want to do the dishes.
If they just disappeared.
yeah.
I like that. If they just were automatically
Mm-hmm.
clean. That makes sense, but I'm still going laundry because it makes
so
sense, but I
nice.
hate it. I'm going laundry though
I
because
get
I
it.
know like laundry, it takes a long time in our house.
Kids with laundries
Yes,
is different.
and poor Courtney. And it's not that I would not do laundry, and I have done laundry before, but 99% of the laundry ends up falling on her plate. And so I'm just a good husband, and that's what I would like to take away from her. So laundry.
Okay. Well, again, we disagree. But that's still a great answer.
Thank you. Next.
Next.
All right. Would you rather know when you're going to die or where you're going to die?
Go.
That one I read and I was like, that's a hard one. If you know when you're going to die, so you know the date you're going to die,
Yes.
versus where you're going to die. So if you know where you're going to die, you probably do all you can to stay away from it.
Place.
But also, if you know when you're going to die, don't you think that would affect the way you live now?
Yeah, 100%. Because if I knew that I was going to die real soon, changes things.
I would go-
Life insurance policy would
That,
go up.
I'd go skydiving. I'd go Rocky Mountain climbing. I'd go
2.7.
2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu.
Amen.
No, but yeah, I think, yes, life insurance, like you just kind of,
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
set up things in anticipation. Here's my question. Would you tell Courtney?
Wow.
Or would you tell people? Or I guess Courtney's really the only one that matters.
If I knew when or
Yeah.
where, I guess either one.
Yeah, I guess.
I think if I would choose where. Like of
That's what
this
you would
option.
choose?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would choose the would you rather. I would choose if I knew where I was going to die. But that could get really scary too because if the answer was like your house,
Oh, yeah.
then you're like,
Would you? I'd probably
That
just live
isn't-
life normally.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but it would be hard too.
Yeah.
Like every night you'd be like, "Is this the night?" Because I know what's happening
Dude, yeah.
here.
That's why I wouldn't want it. I
You
want to know.
when.
I want to know when. And
I think
don't
I'm where, and I don't know if I would tell.
I wouldn't tell.
Yeah, I would prefer not to.
I don't want that to cause
Oh.
any.
Unless the where was like, on an airplane. I'm like, okay, I'm never flying again.
Yeah.
Easy, like, but then obviously I know by some crazy,
Yeah, you'd end up on an
I'd just
airplane.
end up on an airplane. I'd get forced on the airplane, and that's where I would die.
Yeah, I think where would create too much anxiety for me, like
Gotcha.
knowing. So I'm like,
It could. Where could open up a lot, like in
Yeah.
a car.
Mhm.
It's like,
yeah, how,
right.
how specific we're being on this
yeah,
where.
like, oh, that's out of luck. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
All right. The next one. Would you rather live in a world without music or a world without movies/TV?
Give me the movies and TV.
To keep
Yeah.
and no music?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't listen to a lot of music outside of worship stuff. I know. And I know you used to be a little John Mayer.
I would go, man, it's tough. I love some movies and I love some TV, but I think music just instills something in me that I don't want to give up.
I get that. And let me tell you, I'm about to get canceled again. I don't like pets. I don't like concerts.
Oh, I've gotten older. I don't really like
Okay,
live
yeah, I don't like
concerts either.
concerts. Like,
So,
you know,
but I do love listening to good music.
yeah, I don't.
Where do podcasts fall into that?
Yeah, true.
Are they TV shows or?
I mean, ours is.
No, or
you
not
can watch
music.
ours.
Yeah, we've got a little music though.
Yeah, true. I mean, I know that's hard, but the hard, seriously, and I don't mean to, like, I'm not sure. It really would be hard because I would miss out. Like, I couldn't imagine a Sunday without worship at church.
Yeah.
Like, so if you can't sing, you don't have music, that's really, really hard.
Yeah.
But then, like,
Movies and TV, they can inspire as
that's
well
right.
and entertain.
That's right. Yeah, there could be some incredible, like, so I don't know, but I think I'm just going movies and TV. That's definitely what I spend more time taking in.
Yeah, and I will say I love to read. Do I do it a lot? No, because I get distracted with it's easy to turn the TV on. But
Right.
so if I didn't have that, I'd probably read
Yeah,
more.
there you go. That's a good happy medium.
Yep.
You probably end up reading more. There was music. I mean, you think about just like human history.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. That's a lot more of a normal
Yep.
lifestyle than
Yeah.
just watching TV. So I don't know. You almost have me convinced on that one. I
Yeah.
might switch
You can
over
come
to
over
the
my
music
side.
side. I
Think
might switch
about
over
it.
to the music side if I think
Think
about
about
it.
it.
What do you? Camden's a musician, but then you also own a media company
Yeah, this is
doing
kind of
TV.
important.
What would it
Yeah.
be for you?
I think my flesh and my desires would want to say keep movies, so
Yeah.
a world without music.
Yeah.
Just because, like, to me, movies are like the coolest thing in the world. Like,
I
I
know.
think
Yeah.
there's so
I
much.
love going to movie
walking
theater.
out of the movie theater
Yeah.
I've seen it.
after a
Dude,
good,
The Dark
that
really good
is a
movie.
euphoric feeling.
Oh my gosh,
It really is.
There's just something about that. But then I think of, like you were talking about, in the grand scheme of my life, how much has movies and TV done to, like, benefit me
Compared to music.
compared to music? And
Yeah.
like you said, bringing up worship music
Yeah.
and bringing up the purpose of that,
Yeah.
it's like probably sway and go music because, like you
I know.
said, the couch potato in me sometimes when I should
Misses
be
that.
working
Yeah.
wants to throw in some
Yeah.
Probably be a whole lot more productive if there was no
Yeah.
movies and TV.
Yeah, I would agree.
Good
But
one.
it's a toss-up. Definitely
Yeah,
a toss-up.
that was
That's
tough.
a really
That
good
was
one.
tough one.
It's a good one.
All right, next one is, would you rather live in your dream house in your least desirable or least favorite city, or a 700 square foot studio apartment in your favorite city?
Yeah, I came up with that one, but I had a hard time, like, the analogy. I was like, I didn't want to say shack, like, in your
Yeah.
favorite, like,
Well, maybe
or
you could just
shed.
say, like...
So that's why I said this. Just a small place that you're probably not gonna want to live
You're not
in.
happy
You're
with.
not comfortable in, right? So you want to live in your favorite city in a very uncomfortable living
Yeah.
quarters, or your dream house in, like, your least favorite. desirable city.
I saw that one, but I didn't really think about it till just now. So give me a second. You answer.
Man, it is tough. I'm thinking of my current family situation. Like, if I take that into consideration, I'd probably go the dream house just to have a good setup for the kids. But we do we like to visit our favorite cities and stuff. But if I'm living there in like a small, it's not comfortable. That's a whole different.
Yeah, so I started going down the rabbit hole in my mind on this one because initially I was going to say dream house.
Mm-hmm.
What was the dream house condition? You were a dream house?
In your least favorite city. Like,
I've probably not
worst
been to
place.
my least favorite city.
Well,
you know
just
what I'm saying?
just like a very
just 'cause-
undesirable like.
Yeah, like, see, this is where my mind went. If I'm in my dream house in a terrible city, a place that I hate, but it's not that far away from the place that I love,
You can still travel.
then I'm
yeah.
saving so much money.
Yeah, I didn't put the
because I have my
disclaimer there.
dream house or whatever, and I could just spend money on travel.
Well, then I don't think that is your least favorite city anymore, because wouldn't your
Solid
least
point.
favorite
See,
city
that's
would
what
probably
I'm-
be in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
far
It's a
away
vague
from everything
question.
else.
Right.
I think that
Pretty
you're right on
loaded.
that. So that's why I'd probably have to go with the smaller or the really, really undesirable house in the better place. I think that's what I would end up. eventually going with, as much as I do want the, but you're right. My least favorite city, even though I've probably never even been there, would be the furthest away from everything that I love.
Yeah.
So, well, that sounded deep, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of good. Anyway, what a beautiful line.
Clip that.
Yeah. So did you answer?
Yeah, I said dream house.
Okay.
But again, there's a lot of different
You just want to
variables.
be away from everywhere. I got you. Makes sense. That's okay. You got you and Brady and the girls.
Yeah, we're happy
So,
in the house.
all right.
All right, this is our last one.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Getting a little deep. So on this one, would you rather live in a world without pain or live in a world without emotions?
Live in a world without pain or a world without emotions. So you have no emotions on one end, but you would feel pain. So people would feel pain, but they wouldn't be able to express that pain, right?
So pain as
Am I
a
thinking-
feeling or pain as an emotion? Like pain like...
I guess, feel emotions, not express. Does that make sense?
So there's one world with no emotion, one world with no pain.
Is pain an emotion? Pain is a feeling, but I
Pain's a
think the thing you
feeling.
express is the emotion, right?
Yeah.
But you said feel emotions, so you don't necessarily...
Yeah.
Is this the right question?
I'm not sure, because in my brain instantly goes to, like, the world without pain still has happiness.
You just can't
just
express
no negative emotions. I guess pain. You know what I mean? When I think pain, I mean like
This is a thinker.
I guess pain. Like you feel pain when something happens that saddens you, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a world with just happiness or a world with nothing. So I don't know. I could be interpreting this question wrong.
No. I think I'm leaning towards that because the other one, it was world without pain or world with no emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, a world with no emotion. I
That's what you would go with?
no, I would not go with that.
No.
Wait, why would you not go with the world with no pain?
I'm really not sure.
I feel like that's the absolute right answer.
Is it?
Are we just
there's a
confusing
correct
ourselves?
answer.
Or
Well,
maybe I
I'm
wrote it
going to
wrong?
disagree. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I think...
World with no pain. Did we overcomplicate that?
Maybe world with no pain. How about we take the question this
Or
way?
maybe a world with pain. Why did I say pain like that? Pain.
How
A
about
world
this? A world with pain.
Yes.
Or
A world with no pain, but then no.
I don't know if this question makes sense.
Maybe we
I'm
had
gonna
9
blame
good
gonna
ones, and
blame
this one,
Chat GPT on that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would go with. I mean, I would go world with no pain. No. I don't know. They're both kind of the same.
yeah, I mean, I guess there is one side of it where it's like some of the bad things that may have happened in your life, they may have taught you something and you
Yeah.
may have grown from it. Versus no emotions is no anything, so there's like no growth from anything.
Yeah, I'm going away from that world. I don't
Yeah.
want to be in that world,
Yeah.
even if the other world has pain.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I'm definitely not in the world that no emotions. I would take the world with pain, without pain, whatever, because the world we live in today has a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good things that we see.
And if you're going to go the Jesus answer, like,
Yep.
this world doesn't really matter.
That's right.
There's
There's a
gonna
world
be,
past
there's going to
it.
be no pain.
Yeah, in the world that we do have pain in, it makes us appreciate the
Yes.
moments, the times, the things that we do have joy and not have pain in.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
we kind of end on a positive.
ended on a similar-
encouraging note. So that's not really where we thought the ending would
Not
go,
at
but we just thought about doing something a little lighthearted and a little fun, and me and my friends and Rhett, we just have a good time talking about would you rather's and these crazy ones. So we're like, you know what, let's do a whole episode on
Yep.
it. And so hope you guys had a good time with it. Anything
Yeah.
you wanna add?
Maybe we can do an episode 2 if this hits off and you think of other would you rathers and we
Yes.
see some. Because this sparked from off scene. We're like discussing one.
Yes.
And we're like, we need to do an episode on this. So
A little, we could take a viewer.
yeah,
A
viewer.
viewer submitted would you rather,
Yeah.
on a couple episodes or
Yeah.
do a whole nother one. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, kind of the call to action this week. Maybe you need a friend that needs a little pick-me-up, needs a smile. Hopefully this brought some joy to your life and made you smile. Share that with your friend, and we hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.
See ya.